Hi, I'm Brendan, and this is my answer to the Cupcakes pepper problem. So Mr. Day has to bake 130 cupcakes for a bake sale at the school. He can make 12 cupcakes with 2/3 milk. This is to make 12 cupcakes. 2/3 milk, 3/4 sugar, 1 cup of flour, and 1 egg. So that only makes 12 cupcakes, and he has to make 130. So he went into his cupboard to see what ingredients he has. He had 10 cups of milk, 10 whole cups, 7 cups of sugar, 12 cups of flour, and 11 eggs. So that's useful, but I don't think he has enough. And so we have to find that out. Okay, so we need to find out how many cups of milk we need. I'm doing that first. So for 12 cupcakes, it takes 2/3 cups of milk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 130 by 12. And I did that, and that equals 10.83 recurring. And that's a confusing number to work with. So I'm going to round that up to 11. So I'm going to round that to up to 11. And so now that we know that, we have to multiply 11 by 2/3 to know how much milk we need for 130 cupcakes. So I'm going to write 11 over 1 times 2 over 3. The reason I'm doing 11 over 1 there is because it helps me out, because it puts in a fraction, and multiplying two fractions and adding two fractions together it's easy for me. So I'll do the denominator, so we get a common denominator for it first, and 1 times 3 just equals 3. Then 11 times 2 equals 22. So it's 22 over 3. I figured I divided 22 by 3, because once you do that, it gives us the number, and that equals 7.3 recurring. And again, that's a confusing number, so I'm gonna have to round that down to 7. I'm going to round all of my numbers down to make it equal. So we know one of it. Okay, so we're going to find out the sugar now. In the recipe, it says you need 3/4 cups of sugar. Well, since we already found out the magic number 11, I can just go straight to multiplying 11 by 3/4. So 11 over 1 times 3 over 4. So we already know that the bottom's 4, and then 11 times 3 is 33. So we need to make it now we have to make it a full number. We can't use fractions. So 33 divided by 4 equals 8.25. And that is over the limit already. So, because he only has 7 cups of sugar, and this requires 8.25. So even if we round down, whatever we do, he does not have enough. So I'll remember that he needs he needs to buy 1.25 cup of sugar. Okay, so this is where things get easy. There's no fractions or anything. He needs 1 cup of flour for 130 cupcakes. He needs 1 cup of flour for 12 cupcakes. But for 130, you have to multiply that by 11. So 11 times 1 equals 11. And he has 12 cups of flour already. So he has more than enough to make, up for the 11 cups of flours. Next is the eggs. Just like the flour, you only need 1 egg for 12 cupcakes. So to get to 130 cupcakes, you need to multiply 1 by 11, and again 11 times 1 equals 11, and Mr. Day has exactly 11 eggs, so that works out perfectly. Okay, so in conclusion, Mr. Day has enough ingredients for the milk because it requires 7.3 recurring. I know I rounded that down earlier, but I didn't. I think Mr. Day would if he was in that situation, maybe like 7.3 or something. But that's like you can't get exactly 7.3 recurring cups of milk because it would go on forever. And so 7.3, and he had that out of 10. So that's enough. If there's an improper fraction, that means he doesn't have enough for it. So that's good. The next one for sugar, he needed 8.25, but he only had 7. So that is not right. So he won't have enough. He won't have enough sugar for it. Next, he needed 11 cups of flour. 11 cups of flour, and he has 12 cups of flour. So that works out fine. And then the last one, he needed 11 eggs, and he had 11 eggs. So that works out. So my answer is Mr. Day. Well, what I did was I subtracted 7. Oh, sorry, no. Never mind. Sorry. I subtracted. I'm stuttering on my words. I subtracted 7 from 8.5. So 8.25. 8.25 minus And that equals 1.25. So, Mr. Day does not have enough ingredients to make cupcakes for the bake sale. Almost enough. He needs to buy 1 1/4 cups of sugar. And then he'll be ready. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next pepper problem.